driver interviews, pit action, industry news. We're bringing you everything that fuels the adrenaline-pumping world of dirt track racing. Buckle up now. You're sitting with the Slimy Bastards. Take it away, Jason.
Alrighty, we're on the Slimy Bastard podcast show tonight. I want to give a quick shout out to Ryan Anderson's Custom Lures. Give him a look up on my links and everything that I have up on my pages. You could go right to his website, order any fish and lure or anything that you see. Great fisherman. He's done a lot of guided tours and everything. Great guy, but give him a shout out, give him a look up. And then, of course, old Slade Pit out there in Rock Springs, Wyoming, with Pit Stop Motorsports. So with that and with them guys helping me out, thank you. And tonight joining me all the way in Utah, Payce Herrera, and then down by Des Moines, we got Gage Hilgenberg. Welcome to the show, guys. How you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, you guys, what are you guys up to tonight? You're in two different time zones. What are you guys working on tonight?
Well, the car's kind of tore up in the shop, so I was just playing some iRacing.
What about you, Payce? What are you up to?
Working on a little sport mod in the hobby stock.
Right on. You're having a pretty good season with that new to the sport mod class. How you liking it?
It's pretty good. It's fun. It's different from the hobby stock for sure. Going from a 12 steering box to a 6-1.
Yeah. Gage, this is your second year in the sport mod. How things have been going with you, and you enjoying it still?
Not doing as good as last season. A lot of stuff's been breaking this year, but we're still trying to get up there. But
Payce, you were down in Arizona over the winter nationals and all that. You had a pretty good run down there with the hobby stock and that. Is that what kind of made you want to get into running a sport mod right away, or what was the tensions there?
My dad asked me if I wanted to go sport mod racing after winter nationals, after I kind of been doing pretty decent. And, we've been kind of saving up for the sport mod for a couple years. And Dad started finally building the chassis just after winter nationals, I'd say, just right before it. And so we've been just piecing it together, and it's finally came together this year.
Nice. You enjoying it?
Yeah, it's definitely fun. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll bring it out this weekend again.
Oh, nice. Gage, with you running in sport mod and that, and I mean you too. I mean, first of all, how old are you, Gage?
I just turned 15 in April.
Okay. Payce, how old are you?
15.
Yeah, so you guys are the same age. I mean, are you guys one of the two youngest in that class? You'd have to be, aren't you?
Think so.
Yeah, I'm the youngest one at Boone, and I was definitely the youngest one last year because
right.
I took in sport mods when I was 13.
Yeah. Is your sister now is running a hobby stock, and what's that?
Yeah, she's running my old car.
How's she liking that?
It hasn't hit the track yet. Hopefully soon it will, but I'm a little nervous for her.
Why is that?
She's not really stepped foot in a race car before. I mean, she's rode in them before, but she's never actually drove, and she's kind of a crazy driver. Whenever we play video games, I always tell her, "Hope you don't drive like that in real life." So.
Oh, what you need to do is get one of them like what Gage has there, that iRacing deal set up, and let her go to town in that.
Yeah, we're working on that. We usually just play World of Outlaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Gage, do you find that does that help you in the car as well?
I mean, it can help you with learning how to build setups and how to adjust the car and stuff, but it doesn't really drive like an actual car.
Gotcha. So, what are you guys up to for this summer, minus the racing and all that? You guys going anywhere, doing any trips outside of racing, or what do you guys got going on? We'll start with you, Gage.
Probably just working as much as I can.
Yeah. What are you doing? Where do you work at?
It's called Executive Outdoor. They just do a bunch of different stuff. Like today, my uncle was digging holes and stuff, and I had to help him with
Sure.
all that.
Oh, gotcha. And Pace, so what do you got? Are you doing anything fun for the summer or
Just been working my butt off and landscaping, doing all that stuff, and then I think we're planning to travel somewhere new. Maybe I'm not too sure what's in the books yet.
do you guys during the winter and that, like Pace, I know you raced back in January and some in February and all that, but for like you, Gage, what do you guys do in the winter? You guys both wrestled, right?
Yeah, I used to wrestle, but
Yeah.
we're gonna come down to Arizona, but we just didn't have the engine in because we just
Yeah.
blew it up.
Yeah,
And for you, Pace?
uh, I th- I think this year we're gonna pretty much race almost all year long. I mean, the only time I'm gonna have a break is from November to January.
Yeah. And when you're in school, are you done? Are you wrestling still, or are you done with sports? Or
I quit sports last year to go pursue racing full time.
where's been the best track you guys ran this year? What's been one of your favorite ones so far?
Boone's always been my favorite out of like every track I've went to. I just like it.
What about you, Pace?
I really enjoy when I go to Iowa. I really enjoy Marshalltown. I love Marshalltown. That's probably one of my favorite tracks. I also like Sweetwater. That place is fun. I love Sweetwater. Gonna make my way up there on 4th of July. I also like the little bull ring over in the Arizona Dusa Clubs. Tried that
Uh-huh.
out for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. That was a blast. That little bull ring's fast.
When you come out here to race in Iowa, do you try to hit tracks along the way to help pay for your trip, like just to help and just to race? So, like,
I,
do you plan extra time for that, or do you just drive straight here just and start racing here?
I we usually just hit like last year we hit Stewart on Thursday and then Marshalltown Friday and then break on Saturday and Boone Sunday and then the rest of the week. So we usually just like plan our trips to hit tracks because we're already going out there. So we just usually
Right.
find tracks that we can hit.
Yeah. So, like Gage, when you go to Arizona, so like say you were going back in January, that's pretty much a straight shot for everybody that goes to Arizona to race in the winter because there's no tracks that are racing during that time, right? So the only time you get to race is when you get down to Arizona. So that's where you're kind of spoiled that way of getting that opportunity. So I was just curious if you did that or not.
We haven't really traveled anywhere other than Iowa. I mean,
Yeah.
when we first got the car, we went down to Missouri to practice, but that was just dust. It was
Yeah.
horrible.
So what do you guys up to then outside of racing for the summer? Do you guys go to any concerts or are you doing anything fun like that or
Just hanging out with family, pretty much.
with all you got a lot of water down where you are, Gage?
I mean, we got two ponds, like our neighbors both have ponds, and then right behind our house is Lake Red Rock. So yeah, we have quite a bit of water around us.
Yeah, it's flooding everywhere out here right now. So uh, the lakes are up so damn high you can't even fish really just because it's up so high and the rivers are flooding and everything else. These guys back west that are going to come back here and race this later this year, they're going to kick everyone's asses out here in Iowa because no one's been really able to race all season. You know, it's been canceled almost everywhere you go, and it's just weather related, right? So it's been shitty, really. Pace, what are you up to then after race season and that? What's your plans for next year? And have you thought about any of that, or are you just going to go full time into sport mod or going into modified? What's your plans?
For as of right now, just full time sport mod.
Okay, and then will you be done with the hobby stock? Or are you going to go to stock car and
About stock cars. I mean, we don't usually have a lot over here in Utah. They've kind of started to fade away. So if I was to get into a stock car, I'd probably just go back east or something.
yeah? And what about you, Gage?
Uh, we want to get at least one more year in a sport mod. Before we move up to, we're probably going to go up to a mod, but
Uh-huh.
get a little
You,
bit more experience in the sport mod.
yeah. You've been doing pretty well down there in Boone so far. I mean, you've had some kind of shitty luck on your side with engine shit and that, just working through some of that, but it seems like you guys are starting to kind of go in the right direction, would you say?
Well, so the first like 5 nights of the year, we had I think 4 top 10s out of 5
Yeah.
races, and then we bent the frame at Stewart, and then we had clutch problems, and we had like last weekend or Saturday, I was third in my heat race, and my car actually died when I threw it in the high side, and then going down the front stretch, my car was just like didn't want to go anywhere. We pulled it in, took covers off of the motor, and we saw that the push rod was broken and the valves are bent. And that was a brand new open motor that we just
Oh,
traded
wow.
for.
Yeah.
Because we were running a crate, but then we just switched to it because we were underpowered.
Your dad was in a pretty good mood after that then?
No, he's like, we're getting a crate back. We're getting a crate back. We never had a problem with the crate.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to ask you guys, are you guys going to do the Salute to Veterans tour this year?
Probably not next year. We're planning on hitting a lot of tours next year. I hope if
Uh-huh.
everything goes well, we're planning on hitting some tours next year. Since we have the sport mod, we're looking to travel more.
Sure. What about you, Gage? Are you going to hit any of, I mean, obviously Boone, but are you going to do any of the ones before that or not?
Well, we didn't do any tours last year because we were kind of just getting into it, but I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll have to see this year.
Yeah.
Whatever my dad wants.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a fun week and it's a great tour. I know Payce, you did those coloring books of the Salute to Veterans cars and all that for kids and that. And God, my little boy, he loved that thing. Well, I got all the books from you and he's colored them quite a bit, but that's a cool idea. Where'd you come up with that?
I get super bored in school, and because I was like super, I don't know how I'd say it, like I just get done with my work super fast,
Yeah.
and I would just sit there super bored. And one day I just got sick and tired of being bored, so I just started drawing race cars.
And then where'd you come up with the idea of like, you know what, I think I should do a coloring book? How'd that come into play?
My dad told me somebody commented on one of my Facebook posts, and we were like, "That's a great idea," and so we just
Yeah.
made a book.
So you've done what, 3 books now?
Yeah.
And you did the Salute to Veterans, and then what was the other ones, like all modifieds and then all stock cars or something? Was a mix of both?
I think it was a mix of like everything.
Yeah. But what one would you say out of all 3 of them? What was your most popular one?
The first one.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a cool idea, and like I said, my kid loved it. And so, do you still have some left where guys could get them from you when you're out and about?
I have a crap ton left, so I need any.
Yeah, yeah, it's a cool idea. I mean, you've come up with some creative stuff for your marketing and what you've done for your sponsorships and everything. Yeah, and that's the key of all this. I mean, guys could say what they want, but if you got someone like you that's pushing it the way you are, I mean, your social media presence is everywhere, and that's a key thing. Do you find that hard doing? Because I know just me doing this shit, how, you're kind of crunched for time and, you got a family and everything, and doing this, I
I
know how
mean,
much time this takes, but for you guys, um, do you find it pretty easy to do?
I mean, no, I mean, a lot of people like to talk crap and think it's super easy until they do it and they get, you know, hard like hit in reality of how hard I mean, we spend probably 20 to 30 hours in the shop every week just
Right.
prepping, and then
Yeah.
on top of it, you got to make posts and you got to keep your people updated and you got to sell.
Yeah. I mean, it's really a full-time job.
Yeah, it's full-time jobs on full-time jobs on full-time jobs.
Yeah. Gage, I mean, do you find is it similar for you too?
Yeah, a lot of work, and you got to make time for other stuff too. But
Yeah. Do you see a notice in that pace? I mean, because you got a huge following on social media following. Obviously, it's working for you, right?
Yeah.
So, have you ever thought about like as time gets going of just having someone just do it all for you? Is that I mean it almost would be a presence at that point because you take like Taylor Cool who does have someone that does that and
Yeah.
helps. I mean she still does a lot of hands on, but she
Yeah.
also has someone that's helping her do all that stuff too.
Yeah. Probably look into that in like the future as we get more busier.
How's your grandpa been?
good.
Yeah, I need to get down there and see you guys and have a drink with them. But it's been I got my little girl in softball and all that, so it's been kind of tough. And then with canceled races and that, it hasn't been your normal year getting to the track, but hopefully that changes soon. Pace, you said you're going up to Rock Springs. When are you going up there for the 4th of July?
Yeah, 4th, 5th, and 6th.
And are you running your sport mod then there? Or
Yeah, the hobby and the sport mod.
oh, nice. That's a fast track too. That's
Yeah, I like when it gets up on the wall. I wish it would build more like of a cush almost every night because I feel like
yeah,
it'd be fun because you could throw sliders almost everywhere you go because that track's super wide and fast and you can carry a lot
yeah.
of money. Even when it's like dry slick on top on the wall, it's really. I would say it's more technical because I mean 3 and 4 is completely different than 1 and 2. I mean you can't drive it the same.
Yeah. You out of all the tracks you've been to and some of them that you've gone around to, what's been your favorite one so far, Pace?
That's tough because I like love a lot of tracks that I do.
Yeah. Yeah, there's all different reasons why you like a certain track. Like I tell Gage right now, Gage, would you say Boone or would you I'd
Yeah,
say Boone.
so Boone right now, but like at the beginning of the year last year, it was probably Stewart because last year at Stewart it was a 2-lane racetrack, but this year it's really turned into a 1 lane all the way around the top, and your car's got to be set up perfectly, and it's just not been the same track as it was last year. But
Yeah.
towards the end of the year last year, I started liking Boone a little bit more of a stop and go track.
Yeah.
Got to get in the brakes a little bit harder.
Who when you guys roll out and you see guys that like Pace, obviously you're just starting out in sport mod. You haven't raced any of that back here yet, but Gage, I guess, is more so this question be kind of more so you. But has there been anyone that when you go up into the lineup and you're like, holy shit, I'm on the track with such and such? It's kind of a surreal moment type thing. Has there been any guys like that that's done that to your emotions, or have you thought that at all?
Well, like when I first started, yeah, but I've been racing against the best of the best since I've been going to Boone. I've been racing against Cam Reimers, Logan Anderson, like Jake Sockow, all the best sport mod drivers. So I've kind of got used to it. But
Yeah. And you're doing that weekly there.
yeah, Boone's a weekly track that
Right.
a lot of good people come to, and Jake Sockow is starting to come to Stewart weekly now. So that's
Yeah. So it's kind of funny because you take like the Kobe and Alec Fett, right, that are up here running northern Iowa, southern Minnesota, right? So you guys don't see them too much, right? Um, but when you do and you get all I will say this, I like last year, I said it a lot on my podcast, the sport mod class was so fun to watch last year. because there's so many. The driving's gotten a little better. You got young guys like yourselves up and coming. That's fun to watch. And then you take the Fett brothers and all these guys. I mean, there's some good racing there nightly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what I look forward to when I bring the sport mod down there, racing against the best of the best. And, I'm looking forward to that.
I mean, there's quite a bit of a sport mod presence down there in Utah and even Wyoming there. I think they get 15, 20 cars in a night there in Rock Springs. It's just fun. It's been fun to watch. It's fun to see what's up and coming too, because you guys are doing that, and it's been fun to see you guys develop into that. So anyway, with that, I'm going to start with you, Payce. Who you want to give a shout out to and for helping you and take your time.
I want to say first and Shane Waybright and Ryan Dimmick over at Desert Thunder Foundation. These guys has helped me a ton. That's actually where I'm at right now, is the shop. And I got to thank Amanda Dimmick, Aaron Waybright too, as well, and my dad. Just everybody at the Desert Thunder Foundation. Just truly a blessing of what we've done in the past couple months as a team, I'd say. I got to give a huge shout out to Lambs Distributing too. They hopped on board this year and they've really been the key to our hobby stock right now. Yep. Chad Weirs at Weirs Machinery, he's helped me a crap ton with the sport mod. Pat Fagan and Bo over at Fast Shafts, and Kelly over at Aero Race Wheels as well. And man, I don't know. I just got so many. It's hard to list all of them,
Yeah.
But Superior Steering Wheels, they hopped on board. Their wheels are awesome. I recommend them. Probably the best wheel I've had. I've tried a lot of wheels with the Sport Compact and the Hobby and, the Sport Mod, and Superior's probably my favorite. Yeah, that's probably what I got for right now.
What about you, Gage?
So we've got Executive Outdoor Solutions. They've helped us out a lot. My grandpa, my grandma, my dad's helped out a lot. He is always helping work on the car. He does most of the work. I try to help him out, but Dynamic Drive Lines, Cottontail, John Burt, Cam Construction, Affordable Quality Roofing and Exteriors, and Cody Bailey Construction.
Nice. And you guys got with your cars and that this year, what would you say as far as wraps and that? I wanted to ask you this earlier and it just slipped my mind, but out of all the wraps and that with your guys' car, you guys update them and all that whenever you do, but what's some of the wraps that stood out to you this year that's a pretty cool ass car or wrap or whatever you guys want to call it, but which ones have stood out to you guys?
So I think 2 weeks ago at Boone, these guys showed up in a hauler, and out came a stock car and out came a sport mod, and they were both like matching, but they were like black and green, but like the green was like a shiny metallic green, and it was pretty sweet. And the sails on it were like clear instead of having like a solid panel. I was against that guy most of the night. He was pretty fast.
Yeah. What about you, Payce?
I'd say I've always liked Colby Fett's. I think the all silver with the yellow and the black, I think that's sick. And his brother too. I like his brothers. And Cole Charnetsky's. I'm a pink fan and a blue and yellow, so I've always liked his cars too. They always look pretty slick. I also Tom Berry's new the half white and like half grayish one.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Have you guys seen Slade Pitt's wrap on his car yet? His sport mod?
I don't think I have.
Have you seen it, Payce?
Yeah, it's pretty slick. I like it.
Yeah, he designs all that shit too there at his Pit Stop Motorsports there. but he's done some cool wraps. I really like that, what he did with his car this year too. That's been pretty cool. But with that, guys, I want to say thanks for your time and jumping on together, and hopefully see you guys out and about here soon in the next couple of weeks, and Payce in the next month or so. And I've been it's funny, before you guys got on, Wade Taylor actually gave me a call, and we were talking about this past episode that we did. And anyway, I was telling him I was doing this podcast with you, and Wade Taylor wanted me to tell you, Payce, hi, and good luck the rest of the season. You're killing it. So, all righty, guys, with that in mind, I'll let you go. Gage, tell your dad and grandpa and all them hi, and hopefully see you guys soon, and good luck the rest of the season, and have fun. And until next time, toodaloo, buckaroo, and thanks again for watching.
Pit Stop Motorsports, Dirt Tracks Racing, largest inventory trackside parts service. We keep racers on the track, located in Rock Springs, Wyoming, and coming to a track near you. Check us out on Facebook at Pit Stop Motorsports. And tell Slade Pitt the slimy bastards sent you.
Driver interviews, pit action, industry news. We're bringing you everything that fuels the adrenaline-pumping world of dirt track racing. Buckle up now. You're sitting with the slimy bastards.